This is the Commodities, Scrap Metal Recycling and Economic Report by our Bentley roll-off trailers and gondola trailers, open-top trailers, October 3rd, 2022. U.S. weekly raw steel production fell to 1.68 million tons on slowing U.S. and global demand. The U.S. dollar index, the U.S. dollar versus other global currencies. When the U.S. dollar index rises, commodity price in dollars usually falls. Well, it fell slightly to 112.1 as the Federal Reserve Vice Chairman said he was concerned that rapidly rising interest rates are hurting global markets. WTI crude oil price rose to $79.49 a barrel, but it was the fourth monthly decline. This was on recession fears and on OPEC looking at supply cuts. Russia has asked OPEC to cut production about 1 million barrels per day to get higher prices to help pay for Russia's war. The U.S. weekly oil rig count rose slightly to 604, which has been mostly flat for 2+ months. Lower demand is pausing the recent increases. The U.S. weekly oil production rate fell to 12.0 million barrels per day, mostly flat for 5.5 months. Recent increases were also paused to support higher prices. Scrap steel number one HMS price was steady at $328 a gross ton, but it could be down about $10 a gross ton or a bunch more this week. Hot rolled coil steel price fell to $38.80 per hundredweight, which is $70.76 a ton. This was on slowing demand and steady imports of cheaper material. Copper price rose to $3.39 a pound. This was as China was filling stockpiles at low prices and the global recession fears remain a drag. Aluminum price fell slightly to 98.7 cents a pound, which is $21.55 a metric ton, which is now off the 1.5-year low. This was as the LME, which is the London Metal Exchange, may ban Russian aluminum on the market and on recession fears. Euro area September inflation. Remember, their economy is about the size of the U.S. economy. Their inflation rose to 10%, the highest in modern history. Germany, the largest country there, was up 10.9%. Euro energy was up 40.8%. Note the chart below covers 32 years. U.S. August Core Personal Consumption Expenditure Index, the PCE. This is the Federal Reserve's preferred gauge of inflation, which excludes food and energy. It rose to 4.9%, which the increases now support the Federal Reserve's probable fourth 0.75% rate increase. U.S. U of M September Consumer Confidence Index. It rose to 58.6, but long-run expectations are still low. Buying conditions and the one-year outlook improved though. U.S. Q2 economic growth rate, which is the GDP, was finalized at negative 0.6% after a 1.6% negative in Q1. By most definitions, 2 quarters of negative growth equal a recession. But this negative growth was uniquely driven by inventory reduction, so it doesn't really feel like a recession. U.S. weekly initial jobless claims fell to 192,000, the lowest since April. You would think that's good, but the Federal Reserve says this is bad. The good U.S. labor market is causing inflation. Wall Street's Dow Jones Industrial Average fell a big 864 points to 28,726. This was due to the high PCE, which is bringing inflation fears, so higher interest rates. Roll-off truck and roll-off trailer parts for sale at Bentley, Galbraith, Galfab, American, Dragon, Palfinger, and more. Rollright Tarp Systems, Pioneer, Donovan, Arrow, and more. We have all their parts as well. Buy online at our website or call us at Bentley at 734-722-8100. As always, feel free to call or email me with any questions, and we hope all have a safe and profitable week.